we're bringing in new counter-terror style powers for our law enforcement to be able to go after the people smuggling and the trafficking gangs.
I'm looking through these punitive new sanctions, jail terms for certain crimes committed by smuggling gangs, but don't the vast majority of these sanctions you're talking about here apply to criminals who aren't in the UK? They're on the continent, they're not under your jurisdiction.
Well, we know that there are gangs and people who are based in the UK who are involved in maybe supplying the boats or organising routes, or who are involved in organising a lot of the people smuggling and linked into those gangs.
But the vast majority are on the continent.
Of course we have to work with other European countries as well. You're right, this is about strengthening laws right across Europe, but here in the UK, what we're doing is making sure we can, for example, download the mobile phones of anybody who arrives on a boat so that we can then trace the contacts that they will have had with people smuggler gangs, with the trafficking gangs, and we can then share that information with France, with other European countries, in order to together go after these dangerous gangs.
The Rwanda plan, you've always said that was off the table. But what you're introducing in this bill, you're not actually repealing anything from the Tories' Nationality and Borders Act. So the principle of being able to process people in third-party nations, that's still on the table, isn't it?
We've always said we'll look at what works and look at what other countries are doing and be very serious and pragmatic about this. I think people have had enough of gimmicks. You've got to target the really serious practical issues and the way in which the gangs are operating, and to have the stronger powers in place.
You say people have had enough of gimmicks, but by definition you are still considering third-party nations.
We've always said we would look at what works, and we've talked to other European countries about how we all work together on tackling these sorts of issues. But I think you've got to focus on the gang operations, because if you don't, it doesn't matter what else you do, those gangs will keep operating.